Hi, hello, namaste. A very warm welcome to bio classes. In the previous class, we completed that gene regulation and its gene expression and its regulation. So that concept already we have completed. So there we observed the major model, that is the Lac-Operon model. What actually that Lac-Operon model is? To control the metabolism of lactose, to regulate the metabolism of lactose, different enzymes are involved, and all the enzymes producing genes are also coordinated, and those all genes are controlled from a single promoter, that means operon. So Lac-Operon means, so there what we observed, for controlling of lactose metabolism many genes are involved. So we observed a few genes. Which are those genes? I gene, P gene, O gene, Z gene, Y gene, A gene. So I means regulatory gene, P means a promoter gene, and O means operator genes. All these three genes together we will call them as a controlling genes. Next, Z, Y, A. These three genes we will call them as structural genes. And all the three structural genes are having one common promoter. Hence, this total group we will refer it as a operon. Which operon? Lac-Operon. Why? Because all the genes are involved in the metabolism of lactose, and their expression of these genes should be induced by one material. Expression of these genes should be induced by one material. What is that material? Yes, lactose. Whenever lactose is present, then only these genes are getting expressed. So that means it is one inducible type of expression. That means whenever inducer is present in the mechanism, whenever inducer is present in the environment, then only these genes are expressing. And depending on the inducer, we observed switch on mechanism and switch off mechanism. When a lactose is present, mechanism is switch on. So genes are expressing, enzymes get produced, lactose is undergoing metabolism. Whenever that inducer is absent, whenever that lactose is absent, then the whole mechanism is shut down, the whole mechanism is switch off. That means at that time there is no expression of genes, no production of enzymes, and no metabolism of lactose. Why? Because there is no lactose. So like that we observe switch off and switch on mechanism in case of a Lac-Operon model, whether that is in a prokaryotic or eukaryotic. Yes, we observed in a prokaryotic cells. So that is how the gene segregation get controlled in a prokaryotic cell. And today in this class let me focus very interesting concept. Actually it is a one vast concept. So here we are going to observe few glimpses of that concept. As in the previous class, as I told you, HGP, Human Genome Project. It is a project, not a small project, it is a mega project. The mega project related to our genome, related to our DNA content. Very interesting one. And here many scientists together, all they combined and they started on project. Human Genome Project. Yes. So before going to that, let me take a small introduction for this. What is the total length of DNA? Total length of DNA. Yes. That means our DNA I am talking about. Human DNA total length. Approximately the length is 2.2 meter. Right? The human DNA total length is 2.2 meter. Where we observed this concept? Yes, in packaging of DNA. That means we observe the gap between two successive nucleotides, the gap between two nucleotides into total number of nucleotides. Then we will get the length of DNA, that is approximately 2.2 meter length, our DNA length. Right? So this is the length of DNA, and in that sense how many base pairs are present in our DNA, right? In our DNA the total number of base pairs are approximately 3 billion base pairs, or 3 into 10 to the power 9 base pairs. So this is approximately I am talking about, not accurately, approximately. So in our DNA, that is in 2.2 meter of our DNA, 3 into 10 to the power 9 base pairs are present. That means 3 billion base pairs are present, right? How many base pairs? 3 billion base pairs. Okay, let me go to the next step. Base pair. What actually that base pair is? Base pair. That means it is a pair. It is a pair made up of 2 nucleotides. One base pair means 2 nucleotides. So what actually that nucleotide is? One nitrogen base, one pentose sugar, one phosphate. One nitrogen base, one pentose sugar, and phosphate. All the 3 together form a nitrogen base. Sorry, that is a nucleotide. Such kind of 2 nucleotides form one base pair. Such kind of 2 nucleotides will form one base pair. Such kind of how many base pairs are present? 3 into 10 to the power 9 base pairs. Here is my question. How can we say these many number of base pairs are exactly present in the human DNA? How can we say that one? That is first thing. And second thing, even though we say these many number of base pairs are present in the DNA, whether we know all the base pairs or not, that is the second question. Yes, we know each and every base pairs in the order wise present in this much of DNA. That means in 2.2 meter DNA, how many base pairs or sequences we can see? All the sequences already we know, step by step, one after the other. And this entire knowledge about the sequencing of a human DNA, so I will call it as a sequencing. Sequencing means which base pair is first, next base pair, third base pair, fourth base pair on the DNA. So such kind of base pair sequences we can easily study it by this huge project, Human Genome Project, or simply we will call it as a HGP. So let me clarify it once again. So this is the DNA, right? Double stranded DNA. So we can draw the DNA in this form. Yes, the same DNA I can draw like this. And in this DNA, what these lines are? Yes. So all these are the base pairs. One base pair means it is made of it is a combination of 2 nucleotides. So these are all the base pairs. Suppose here adenine is present here. Yes, thymine, guanine, cytosine, guanine, thymine, adenine, guanine, cytosine, guanine, thymine, adenine. So like that, I can write the complementary base pairing, right? Now, first is adenine. I am talking about the nucleotides. First adenine, next guanine, next cytosine, next thymine, next guanine, cytosine, thymine. So this we will call it as the order of sequencing. Order of sequencing in the DNA. That means how the nucleotides are arranged. On one side, how the nucleotides are arranged, its complementary pairing is present on another strand. Here A, this side T. Guanine, cytosine, guanine, thymine, adenine, thymine. That means if we come to know one strand, automatically we can come to know another strand also. That means we have to sequence all the nucleotides of the DNA. Which nucleotide first, which is the next, which is the third one. So like that we have to read all the sequences of the DNA. To read all the sequences, so here is one project, Human Genome Project. It is one mega project. I will tell you why it is a mega project. Mega means bigger one project. It is a bigger one. So just let me split out the things here. Genome. What actually the genome is? DNA we know, gene we know, What is this? Genome. Genome means total DNA content, or let me write here. So genome means total DNA content. That means inside the cell wherever DNA is present, either that may be a chromosomal DNA or extra chromosomal DNA also. That means a DNA present in mitochondria, or maybe the DNA present in chloroplast. The total DNA content of the genome, of the cell, that we will call it as a genome. Human Genome Project. That means it is one project, it is one scheme, it is one work. So in this work, the total DNA content of human is sequenced. Sequencing means we have to find out the order of nucleotides arrangement, or order of base pairs arrangement, which is first, which is next, which is the next, like that. So in that way, how many base pairs we need to count? 3 into 10 to the power 9 base pairs. That means 3 billion. How many? 3 billion. And all these 3 billion base pairs together form 2.2 meter of DNA. That means we have to study the entire 2.2 meter DNA, its ins and outs. So totally we need to study, right? So in order to study that one, so this Human Genome Project gets started. So why it is so important means, why the Human Genome Project is required here? See here, just let me tell you one example. Diabetes. So as already we know, diabetes means it is one sugar increase level condition, as already we know. Suppose if the person is suffering from the diabetes means, so inside that person body, sugar patient body, inside that person body, one hormone quantity is less. What that hormone is? Insulin. Okay, right. So here the production of insulin, so it is less in the diabetic patient body, or sometimes it may be absent also. When there is no insulin production in the patient body, sugar level goes on increases, and that condition we will call it as a diabetes mellitus, or we will generally call them as a sugar patient. So that sugar patient, what he will do to control that sugar level? So he will take the insulin injection, right? What he will take? Insulin injection. That means if he is taking the insulin injection means that insulin should be produced from somewhere else. That means insulin should be produced in some other places, right? So that insulin produced from the bacteria. What insulin that diabetic patients are taking, that insulin is produced from the bacteria. But thing is, bacteria on their own cannot produce the insulin. Why? Because the bacteria do not have such insulin gene. So what to do? Human insulin is taken out. Human insulin gene is taken out and introduced into the bacterial DNA. Then that bacteria produces the insulin hormone. That hormone taken in the form of injection and injected into the diabetic patient body. So this is the whole criteria. Now question will be arised. From the human body, they are going to take the insulin gene and introduce into the bacterial cell. Then bacterial cell produce the insulin. That insulin will be used by the diabetic patients. But okay, but how to identify insulin gene in the total 2.2 meter DNA? So in this total 2.2 meter DNA, how can we identify the exact insulin gene sequence? How can we identify? So in order to identify not only insulin gene, any gene, whatever the gene it might be. So in order to identify the particular gene in the DNA, first we should come to know how many sequences are present in the total DNA, what are those sequences of human DNA, and which sequences are going to form which gene, which sequences group form another gene. Like that we need to understand all the things related to DNA. If you know all the sequences properly, then we can easily identify this is the gene, this is the another gene, this is another gene. If we come to know the gene sequences means automatically we can take that gene outside particularly and that gene can be used in industries for production of different materials, and all those materials are the best medicines for the human beings. That means in order to save the human life properly, in order to enrich the human life, in order to make the human life successful, so we need this project, a human genome project. So very interesting thing, right? Simple thing, very simple thing. Suppose if I want to construct a wall, means first we must be having the idea of the raw materials used for the construction of that wall, right? Bricks we are going to use, sand particles sand we are going to use, cement we are going to use, water we are going to give that one. So the raw materials nature first we should come to know. The type of raw material what we are using there for construction of the wall, depending on the type of the raw material the wall is going to construct, and the validity of the wall, the strength of the wall, the rigidity of the wall, totally depending on the raw material. But before that one, we must be having the idea about the raw materials. In that same sense, if you want to get any services related to the DNA, or if you want to cure any genetic disorders in human beings, genetic disorder means that is concerned to the DNA, then particularly first we should study what actually the DNA is, how many base pairs are present in the DNA. Even the base pairs are present means what is the order of arrangement of base pairs, what is the order of arrangement of base pairs, the whole thing we should come to know. So for that one, so many scientists together they started human genome project. It is one mega project, and actually this project, this human genome project, it started in 1990. Yes, when it gets started 1990, and this project got completed in 2003. See here how many years it took. It started in 1990 and completed in 2003. That means 13 years time. How many years? 13 years. Just to sequence 2.2 meter DNA in this order. So it took a total 13 years. Hence it is one mega project. And second thing, if we consider the cost of a project. So for every project, for every work, there must be one cost, particular cost. Here approximate cost, that means the price. The cost of this project is just here $3 per base pair, for one base pair. Say here in this DNA, let me start from this end. This end starting nucleotide is A. Starting one is A. Its a complementary is T. If I find out this one A and T means it indicates one base pair. So I found one base pair in the DNA. To find out one base pair in the DNA, what is the cost? $3. This is a dollar symbol. How many dollars? $3. Right? So in that sense, how many base pairs are present? 3 into 10 to the power 9. That means 3 billion base pair. For one base pair, $3. For 3 billion base pairs, $9. $9 billion. $9 billion. That means the total cost of this project is $9 billion. It is not the small quantity, it is one huge quantity. That means this much of amount is spent for this one project, just one project. For how many years? 13 years. For 13 years, what is the cost of this project? 9 billion American dollars. Suppose if we convert it to Indian currency means it becomes a very huge amount. Next one. Actually, who started this project? The next question will be arised. So this project started by US US Department of Energy and National Institute of Health. So both the organizations from USA, America. So actually this project got started by America. So in America, US Department of Energy, that is one organization. Second one is National Institute of Health, that means concerned to medical field. So both the organizations together started this project. That means they have funded the amount. And for these two organizations, actually support was given by what is coordinator, co-partner, the first partner. So the support was given by Wellcome Trust, and that is also from UK. Wellcome Trust from the UK, that is United Kingdom, America. So from that trust, so these two organizations, they got a huge amount for this project. Yes, Wellcome Trust UK. Along with that one, many other countries also contributed for this project. Which are those countries? If you want to count, means major countries: Japan, France, Germany, China, and so other countries, so many countries. So these are the major partners. Who started this project? America, first one. Which project? Human Genome Project. What is the aim of that project? To sequence all the base pairs of a human total DNA. And that project started by America, and for that one support was given by Japan, France, Germany and China. For how many years? 13 years. And actually here 1000 major scientists involved, and all those 1000 scientists from different 50 countries, from 50 countries of the world, 1000 scientists, all these are the major scientists, all the 1000 scientists from 50 different countries. Support majorly given by Japan, France, Germany and China. The who is head? America. All they together for 13 years, from 1990 to 2003, for 13 years they worked on only the 2.2 meter of DNA for sequencing of DNA. Imagine to what extent it is a huge project. That is a very interesting project, right? Human Genome Project. Now the next question will be arised. Okay, we have scientists started this project, and already the project is completed because it is completed in 2003 only. Of course, we are spending this much of amount for this project, and these many scientists got involved here for not only 1 year, for 13 years, and these many countries have been involved there. Then what is the worth of this project? What is the importance of this project? Why they spend this much of time and energy and cost for this project? That means then we have to look at the goals of this project. So what is the goal? What are the goals for this project? Why they started? So the goals are very interesting here. Goals of a Human Genome Project. So the first major goal, identify 20,000 to 25,000 genes. This is the first major goal. So just I told you the total 2.2 meter DNA. So in the total 2.2 meter DNA, for example, this is the total 2.2 meter DNA. In this DNA, 98% of DNA is heterochromatin. and just 2% of DNA is present in euchromatin form, as already we know. Heterochromatin means this much of DNA cannot work. Heterochromatin. Why? Because this much of DNA is transcriptionally inactive, and 2% of DNA is transcriptionally active, and the genes present in euchromatin, that is just 2% of DNA, the genes present in this much of DNA, those are active genes, those are working genes, those are expressing genes. And let us consider those expressing genes are 20,000 to 25,000 genes. Now we have to identify those 20,000 to 25,000 genes in this much of DNA where these genes are present. And even if genes are, say for example, this is the DNA, right? In this DNA, let me mark this much of DNA is insulin DNA, insulin gene. Let us consider this is the insulin gene. Now I have to identify where insulin gene is present in the DNA, whether in this position or middle or there that side. First I have to identify, and after identifying, that means I should come to know the sequence. Sequence means like this. So in this gene, what are the sequences are present? Order of sequence. So for that one I will call it as a identification. Identification of not one gene. How many genes? 20,000 to 25,000 genes. Imagine how many characters we can express. Here one gene can express one character. One gene can express one character. Or many genes can express one character. Many genes can express one character. Or one gene can express many characters. One gene can express many characters. All the possibilities are there. But thing is, 20,000 to 25,000 active genes means, so characters are also more here. First thing is, we need to identify all these genes. But thing is, if you want to identify the genes means, we should come to know the sequence of DNA. So the next our goal is sequencing to identify the lines, to identify the letters. Sequencing how many base pairs? 3 billion base pairs. Sequencing 3 billion base pairs in the total DNA. That is the major goal. Second one. And third one, okay, we came to all the sequences, we came to know all the sequences, and then we came to know all the genes. Okay, now what is the next thing? Yes, the next thing is proper analysis of the next thing is storage of this information in database form. This is the next thing. Storage of this huge information in a database form. Very interesting one. So of course we sequenced all the 3 billion base pairs. After sequencing, we will come to know all these sequences. Then these sequences information should be stored in a database form. That means at one place we need to keep in storage form. See here, just one. Why I am considering this one as the huge means, just I'll go on reading them once again. A G C C T T A G C C T A G A C C T G. Like that I can go on read for 1000 letters. How many? 1000 letters. Now just I am reading. If I want to write means A T C G, like that. If I wrote means If I wrote 1,000 letters means, imagine it becomes one page. It will occupy one page. For one page, I can write 1,000 nucleotide sequences. Right? For one page, 1,000 nucleotides. Imagine such kind of 1,000 pages are present in one book. In one page, 1,000 letters. Such kind of 1,000 pages present in one book, one big book. Such kind of 3,300 books. How many books? 3,300 books. That means if we are having such many number of books, then we can write 2.2 meter DNA sequences. We can write totally. So imagine how many books? 3,300 books. Each books how many pages? 1,000 pages. Each page how many letters? 1,000 letters. How many letters? 1,000 letters. Then we can write just 2.2 meter DNA sequences in the storage form. So such kind of 3,300 books if you store at one place means it becomes one big library, very vast library. So in that sense, we have to store this information in a database form by using computers. In the computers, by using hard disk, we have to store that information, right? So that information if you store at one place means it becomes a gene library. So what it is going to become? Gene library. Just like our normal library. In the normal library we are going to store the books systematically, not in random way, systematically. So literature book one side, science fiction books one side, and novels one side, autobiography one side, kids book one side, competitive examination corner book one side. So like that we have to categorize. In the same way, active genes portion sequences one side. So heterochromatin containing DNA sequences one side, junk DNA, like that we have to sequence them. So that storage will consider as a gene library, genomic library. So in that genomic library we are keeping that information, whole the information in a database by using the very well computers. And that's the thing. And the next goal is, our next goal is proper analysis of database by using well developed tools. See here. So proper analysis of this database. Database means we have stored this sequencing information in a database form by using computers, by using hard disk or whatever it is. So that information should be analyzed, should be systematically analyzed by using proper tools. See, it is actually general technical terms concerned to how actually they are going to construct the Human Genome Project result in a systematic manner. Say for example, in our mobile, just one general example I am giving you. In our mobile we will be having one our memory card, right? We are going to insert the memory card there. So that memory card, it is having so many files. We can see that in mobile we can see those many files. So each file, one file concerned with videos, one file concerned with images, one file concerned with the screenshot images, one file concerned with the WhatsApp images. That means so many files are systematically arranged. That means whenever we want to search one image, say for example, few days back I had clicked one photo in my camera. Now I am to see that photo, but actually in my mobile 2 lakh or 3 lakh photos are present in my mobile, but I need that particular one. 2 days back I clicked one photo by using my camera in my mobile. Now right now I need that photo. Then what to do? So I have to go to the camera folder. So in the camera folder I will search according to the date. Recent photo means today's photos are very recent. It's back day photos. That means suddenly I can get the photo out of 2 lakh photos. Why because systematically the photos have been arranged. The database has been systematically arranged by using tools. That means inside some technical tools are present. In the same way, by developed tools, we have to analyze properly the database, what has been stored there. And the next thing, a very next interesting thing is transfer this data to many sectors. Many sectors are industries. So now the transferring of this data to the many sectors or many other industries. Say for example, just I told you insulin. So here insulin, that means human insulin. For human insulin we are going to use one term, humulin. Human insulin, we will call it as a humulin. For production of humulin, many countries are present in the world right now. So say for example, if on a new medical industry, it started from tomorrow onwards, and its aim is production of insulin. For production of insulin, that company need a insulin gene. But thing is, that company do not depend on insulin gene, but it needs insulin gene sequence. Insulin gene sequence. If that company wants the insulin gene sequence, if company got the insulin gene sequence, means automatically company can prepare the artificial insulin gene and can produce the insulin in a huge quantity by using the bacteria. But the first company should come to know the sequence of insulin gene. So this sequence, where we got this sequence? From Human Genome Project. That means that insulin gene sequence is present in the one database form, and that information is transferred to the industries. That means from the Human Genome Project, that information what they gathered of different genes, so they started selling that database to different industries, different sectors. So this is the next goal of Human Genome Project. And another major goal is, very major goal is addressing ELSI. This is a quite interesting one. Human Genome Project, its another aim is addressing ELSI. Addressing means noticing. Noticing of what? E, ethical. L, legal. S, social. I, issues. Addressing or noticing of what? Ethical, legal, social and social issues. Issues means problems. See here, when the Human Genome Project started, along with this project, many problems can arise in the society. Different problems can arise. Why the problems will arise? So that is the next question. Which genome we are using? Human genome, our genome only. See, it is a God gift. Human genome, not only human genome, all the DNA content, whatever it is there right now naturally, so that is all the God gift. Suppose by taking this Human Genome Project information, the database information, scientists can think we can change this character in the human being, we can change that character in the human being, or we can hybridize the human body with other body. Like that, many experiments can occur in the future. Why? Because already we know the total sequencing of human gene, human DNA. That means when the same experiments are started on human being, on other animals, okay, we can tolerate that one. But the same experiments if experiments started occurring on human body only, means it becomes a problematic in the society. Then such kind of problems all together, ethical, legal, social issues. So all the things they have to find out and clear them. They have to find out what kind of type of problems can be arised. After finding out the problems, then they have to find out the solution for that problem. So that is addressing ELSI. So all of these are considered to be the major goals of a human genome project. That means these are the major goals. So for these goals, actually human genome project started. Actually how they started the human genome project, in what manner they performed this one. So actually methodologies are there for that one. And not only human gene. So here, before going to that, here an interesting question will be arised. Okay, we sequence the total human genome. Of course, so by using some genes commercially we can produce some products. And apart from that, we are having one more benefit, that is we can, to some extent, we can cure genetic disorders. So this is another thing. So to some extent we can cure the genetic disorders, by birth diseases, genetic disorders, right? We can cure them. So in the next biotechnology chapter we'll come to know gene therapy. One term is there, gene therapy. So in human health and disease, already you have heard this one. Therapy, treatment for cancer, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, like that you have heard. Therapy means treatment. Gene therapy means replacement of old gene or fault gene or inactive gene, addition of active gene, cutting and removal of inactive gene and addition of active gene. That means body becomes normal. So such kind of condition, such kind of treatment we will call it as a gene therapy. For that gene therapy, so actually gene therapies are done for genetic disorders. And for such kind of genetic disorder to be cured, so first we should come to know the sequence of human DNA. That means that is a major advantage of this human genome project. So curing of human genetic disorders. And here, not only in case of human beings, in the many organisms they have sequenced their DNAs. Those organisms, for example, so many other non-human models, non-human genomic models. So already the bacterial DNA has been sequenced. Bacterial DNA, which bacteria? Particularly E. coli bacteria. And next one, yeast bacterial DNA, yeast genome also sequenced in the same manner. But thing is, compared to human DNA, bacteria and yeast, so their DNA will be, so length will be small. So the length will be small. Hence, the time taken for project also less. And next one, they have already sequenced the nematode parasite. So in particular nematode parasite, so its genome also sequenced. And next one, they have sequenced rice genome also. Why? Because rice is the major crop. So rice genome also sequenced. So in that they have sequenced other than the human, other models also. So this is how the human genome project started. Actually started in 1990 and got completed in 2003. Total time 13 years. So $9 billion mega project. So many countries involved over there, and out of so many countries, these are the major countries contributed, and the major pioneer, that means who started that project, is America. So these are all the pioneers organizations. They started which project? Human genome project. It's a major one. So here these are the very much important goals of a human genome project, right? So I think in the next class we are having two more related terms. So first we observed goals, Human Genome Project goals. Next we can come to know the methods or how they have made this a Human Genome Project, methodologies, then applications, then features of Human Genome Project, right? So in the next class we can observe. Thank you.